On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we're here with Eric's new truck, a $700, okay, I'm just kidding, a really, really nice Ford Ranger. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today I'm here with Eric. And since we're getting ready to really dig into the 600,000 mile GMC Sierra, he needed another truck. And I've been looking, and I was gonna let him just drive one of the mom car fleet I've got going on here. I'm in love with all these cars. Also, update on the X5 since the comments won't stop. Tires will be here on Wednesday, and then it's going away. It's like the last thing, it just needs detailed. I finished up everything on it the other day. So detail, tires, ready to go. And I drove it around for a couple hours. It's amazing. No lights on a BMW, pretty incredible. I know it's impossible, right? So Eric bought this Ford Ranger today. What year is this? An
2005.
2005 Ford Ranger with the 2.3 4-cylinder in it for $3,000, which is unbelievable. This is literally unheard of. The book value on this truck is like $5,000. You cannot find one anywhere that's not like completely rusted out or miled out. And I don't even know how he found this. I was mind blown when he pulled up with this a minute ago. He was like, got the truck to drive while you're working on the 600,000 mile Sierra. Wow, what a work of art. So we're gonna take you around this thing, show you what a 2005 Ranger looks like, because you know, it's a little bit of a forgotten truck, but it's also kind of perfection. So this is a work truck spec here, plastic under the bumper, plastic grille, headlights that aren't faded, which is just unbelievable. The wheels look great. The tires are in amazing shape. We've got Hankook Optimos, and when we come inside this thing, check it out. It is 100% manual. We've got crank windows here, and I bet they work amazing. Oh, there's nothing like crank windows that work perfectly. That's super nice. Manual locks, manual lights. Look at that. Updated gauges. It's just crazy to see like this juxtaposition of very modern gauges in a Ford with just the most antique of user interfaces, things that you'd never see in the Platinum. There's no massage seats. They're not heated or cooled. They are
in perfect shape.
They are in perfect shape. No heated steering wheel. Obviously, it's not much of a comparison here. But we have cruise on the wheel, and the cruise isn't working, so we're going to look into that in just a moment. It came with Husky liners, which are really nice and made right here in Kansas. But they don't exactly work well, since this is a work truck spec and has the no carpet. This is the full rubber floor mat, which is really, really nice. If you've ever cleaned these out, you basically just wipe off the floor, and it's perfect again. 60/40 sliding bench seat. With that center, you can flip it up and put somebody in there. Keys, you got storage, all that good stuff. Check it out. Manual sliding back glass, and of course you can just reach it with one hand. There's no dirt in the track or anything. This is unbelievable. You don't find cars like this. They're trucks that are in this good a shape.
Pop the hood.
Oh, we're not even to the hood yet, Eric. We're getting there. This is just, there's too much good stuff. So the old owner has the stock radio, and he's getting it to Eric. He was like, you need this. But this is really well installed. Really clean install kit there. Kenwood with Bluetooth. Dual power outlets, because of course they wanted to put some features in this bad boy. Manual climate, an airbag switch. 5-speed manual. And man, this transmission is, look at the bushings. Oh, it's perfect. Everything is just exactly the way it's supposed to be. Cup holders that work, which is cool. And a simple glove box with the manual in it. Still in the book holder and everything. The filter that was just put in, it's in there. It's got a Wix, so the world's best filter is in it. Man, this is just clean. So behind the seats, we've got the jack and everything, and the storage holder, speaker pods. The seat belts can actually index up and down to make it comfy. It's perfect. Manual tilt on the steering wheel as well. And just wipers, that's it. This thing has 160,000 miles on it. So let's get the hood open and take a look underneath there. I think you guys are gonna be mind blown. When he pulled up with this, I was like, open it up, and I was mind blown. This is perfect. This thing looks like a 2020, other than the surface rust on the power steering pump there. But look at that engine bay. It's flawless. There's not a fluid leak. There's not a valve cover leak. It's just absolutely perfect. I don't understand how this thing has 160,000 miles on it. And then there's our non-working cruise module we need to look into. And the ECU, super easy to access, just hiding right there. This is so much better than, it's just so easy to work on. If you want a truck to work on, I can't recommend enough. Like Hondas that are like this, Fords that are like just easy cars, 4-cylinder, manual transmissions make it really easy. If this thing needs a clutch, it'll be like the best job ever. 2-wheel drive, which is amazing. It doesn't weigh anything. It never gets stuck because you just hit it with a little inertia and keep going. Like these are great. I love that you have this gigantic AC compressor. It's bigger than the alternator by like...
Oh, the heat works on this thing like crazy.
I bet it does. And it's not that terrible twin plug design. That last Ranger I had was one of the worst cars to work on in the entire world. This engine is perfection. Everything's super easy to work on. They put it right in your face. It's got a super easy coil pack block in there. 2000s, early 2000s cars with OBD2 never die. Everything's amazing. I love this. Love it to death. I can't say enough good things about it. And when you come around to the back of this truck, it has a fully rhino-lined bed in it, which is wild. I don't even know who does this to a Ranger, but it was done at Rhino Linings of the Northland, and it's just in an incredible shape. There's no, like, it's not scratched or anything like that. Like 2 maybe little baby hail dents right there. But other than that, perfect truck. And honestly, I think if, I told Eric we just need to clean it up, ceramic coat this thing, and it's an $8,000 truck in a couple of years, because these things, they're appreciating. Like, trucks have gone crazy. That's a tour of a 2005 Ranger with a work truck spec that's flawless. Just unbelievable. Somebody took such good care of this thing. And we parked it beside this because it's a great comparison. My bed is like the same height as your cab.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
It's super funny. You can basically fit his whole truck from the front end of the truck to the cab of my truck. But let's get in here. Let's hook the Autel up to this. See if we can troubleshoot the cruise control a little bit. And there is a spider on the windshield, and we're going to try to fix that with a new kit that I haven't tried before. So usually when I do windshield repairs, I go to Walmart and I get the Rain-X kit, which I love to death. Today we have the VersaChem windshield repair kit. It's actually a Permatex from O'Reilly's, and they're both $10. This one has like an injector, and I'm pretty excited about using this because it might be better and easier. The Rain-X one will do a ton of repairs, but this one has this injector that should let us push resin into this bullseye here. We're comparing it to something like it's about the size of my thumb. That's pretty huge, and it's also deep. So we're gonna try to stop it with the kit here. So we gotta pull the backer off of this and put this directly over the hole. So that should do it. We'll get that set up really nicely. Sorry, ruined all your perfect paint on your hood. Okay, there's the tab. We're gonna do the same thing again here. Get this thing lined up right on the adhesive. Perfect. Okay, after that's done, we have to cut the end off of this. So, and now we're gonna put a whole bunch of the resin down in here. A whole bunch. Huh. I'm surprised it's not taking more. So I'd say that's full. So we'll put the resin right here. Put the syringe on here. Set it all the way in, and then we're going to pull this up until it engages the lower notch. It's pulling all the air out of the repair. Right there. Okay. There it is. All right, so now we've got a vacuum on the repair. That should cause the resin to like pull in there as it pulls all the air out of the affected area. And now this is gonna sit for 10 minutes. So 6:02. At 6:12, we're gonna come back, pull the syringe off, which will get rid of our vacuum that we're pulling on the repair. And then we will turn this, which lets the spring let go of it, put it back in down to there, and the spring will hold pressure on it, which should completely push resin in here and give us like a perfect repair that's filled with resin. So I think we'll have a perfect windshield here in a few minutes. Okay, it's been exactly 10 minutes. So now we are ready to remove this. Oh man, that thing had some pressure on it. Put it back in immediately. Turn it so that we can get past the spring that retains it. Put some pressure on it. And that's it. Now we wait 20 minutes. So it's now 6:13. At 6:33, we'll be good to go. It's crazy. There's like moisture and resin and stuff in there from it sitting. I don't like that it only works once, and the Rain-X one works like 15 times. It comes with so much product that you can fix like an entire windshield. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out here in just a moment. Horn works. Okay, so we've got the Autel here. It is booting up, and as soon as it's ready here, I bet I'm gonna need the keys. Do you have those? And then we can run
I don't know how I got here.
We can run some Diag and see what's up with the cruise control.
Straight Herbie.
Oh, so nice.
I love how on the XL they put like the full cluster with like 4x4 and everything. You can see it in the sun.
Yeah.
And it has none of it.
Right. It has every single light.
Exactly.
And also demo mode's on your receiver, so I've got to fix that.
Yeah.
You can't have demo mode.
That's John Ross special.
That's right. So we have two faults. We've got one in the instrument cluster and one in the generic electronic module. Take a look at the report here. And battery voltage low, battery voltage low. How does cruise not work? Let's go ahead and clear all these. See it flash on and off?
Oh, it's never done that before.
Yep. So there is something wrong, like that internal diag. This thing has so much good data. So much good data. So the cruise control modules on these should have a built-in diagnostic mode. It's probably the brake pressure sensor on it, but we should be able to actually check this out. So what you do is you put the key in the ignition and listen for the dings, of course. Okay, so hold off on the cruise control switch, turn to on, it flashed once, press on. Okay, now resume, coast, set. I almost wonder if it's a bad cruise control module, because every one of those it's supposed to flash, and then after that it's supposed to run the throttle like all the way in and out. And we're doing it perfectly, e-brake set, everything like that. There's a chart here that's supposed to tell you exactly what's happening, but instead nothing is happening. We got to stop on the cruise for just a moment here and get this off of the truck. So we'll set all of this stuff in here. It's all going in the trash at this point. And basically gently peel this adhesive off. Don't get it on the wipers because it'll definitely ruin the blades. And then you're supposed to take, there's a ton of resin on there, but you're supposed to put a drop right there, right on the pit, and then put the curing strip over it, just like the Rain-X kit. And now we'll take this thing outside and let it sit in the sun. But it does look like it's just about gone. I mean, you can really see huge difference there already. Yeah, I think it's gonna disappear. Let's put this outside and get this resin cured. It is hilarious. Look at all that silver. That thing fits anywhere. So we're about out of sun here, but we're gonna try to get this cured. So down here in the bottom of the passenger compartment is the fuse panel. Fuse number 10 is the cruise control fuse, and then we can look through it in the light right there. In my phone's light, it looks perfect. So, with that being the case, I don't think it's gonna focus on the fuse, unfortunately. There you go. It's gotta be the brake switch. So, we're gonna go grab a brake switch and swap it out, see if we can make this thing work. All right, we are here at O'Reilly's to buy that brake position switch and maybe the pressure switch as well. Should knock this thing out. So we'll figure out which one it is. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
We're gonna go try to fix this cruise.
How would I know
This
that?
is hilarious. Oh, it's like federal law.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Well, not for Ford, it's not.
No, apparently it's not. So anyway, Eric just completely changed the game here on me. I was like, well, the brake pressure switch seems okay, and the switch didn't make any difference. And he goes, you don't have to use the clutch to start it. I was like, come on. So anyway, we're gonna go buy a clutch switch because it's clearly that, and then this thing will be fixed. So that shouldn't take long. I'm gonna change the switches back.
I thought because it was an XL, it literally had nothing.
Oh yeah, it does not even a clutch safety. That's.
But I haven't driven a manual, and dude, I haven't. The only manual I ever really had was the Fox body, and then an '88 S10. So I've never
my old
really
Fox
had anything
body.
that's mattered. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go get you a clutch switch and then your truck will be fixed. Well, after Eric tricked me with this clutch position switch thing, I got the clutch position switch off. All I did was pop up in there with a screwdriver, pop these tabs loose that are on the top of this. This is the original Ford part here. And what I found was as soon as I pulled it off the rod, the inside of the clutch position switch was absolutely wrecked. You can see this is supposed to have that spring like returning it, and it just kind of clips on a tapered section of the shaft, and that's what moves this back and forth. Well, that clearly did not work at all. So basically it got stuck in the position where the engine would always start, and that's what disabled cruise. So let's go get a new one. Done. Okay, we're here at the hub of the Ford Rangers, and we figured they've got some parts for us somewhere. So many Rangers. And we're back with the correct part now. This is the NS147. Comes with a new rod and everything for the clutch. Check that out. So the old one didn't have any of this plastic on it. I don't know if we'll have to move to the old one or if we can leave this thing together, but this one does actuate correctly and the springs return. So let's see if this swapped out. So here's our new clutch safety switch. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one apart too. I already did it, but I just, you know, gently lift up right there and right there, pop the cover off, and we're gonna remove this new shaft because you can't really take this out unless you're replacing the master, and you can get in there with like circlip pliers and take the whole thing apart. I don't wanna go through all that. So the shoulder right here is what rides on this, just like that. Okay, that's how it senses the position. So we're just gonna pop that out. Carefully, don't drop this thing. You don't want it to fly apart. And put this over here, and then I'm just gonna toss this on, snap it back together, and we should be good to go. Plug in the harness.
When you do that, I can't even get in.
Oh, because I put the seat all the way forward?
Fit.
Oh yeah, I like small seat zones. Okay, so have we fixed everything now? I assume we have. Doesn't try to start anymore. Oh. Okay, cruise, don't let me down. I know everything's all set up correctly now. It will cruise turn on? That is the question.
Think it'll do it this low speed?
Probably.
Nope.
Not even a flash?
Nope.
What on earth? 7/8 socket will break this loose. This is the brake pressure switch, also the cruise control cancel switch. Huh, I'm surprised it didn't leak a single drop. There's a little bit of thread sealant on there. I just put a drop on it. And we'll just tighten this down until it matches the old position, which is about right there. I think that's good. And fluid levels look fine. It should be triggering this switch. So let's try it out with our new switch. Also, this switch was only a couple dollars, $14 or something like that. This is the only other thing in the cruise control system, so it's gotta be. Nothing. It's still flashing? Oh, start it and see what happens. We have fixed everything in this cruise.
Except for the brake switch.
Except the brake switch that we unfixed.
Yep, not a thing.
So that is it for today, guys. Don't forget to head on over to shop.washjaguar.com where you can get cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. On today's episode of Watch Jaguar, we are here with Eric's new truck, a $700. All right, not really. A really, really nice. Oh, let's do that one more time.